Welcome back, folks, to Fishing Planet. I'm Soopa-Dave, and we had a great question by one of the subscribers named Dabber, and it was a great one. It's how do you make custom comps? And I will show you today. Now, I did do a video on it a while ago, but I haven't done it for a little while. So I figured this would be a great example because I will show you how me doing it, because I'm going to show you guys exactly how I set up League. With that being said, we are going to go ahead and start. So you go over to Sport, and then you'll go to your custom comps, right? So you have all of them. And within that tab at the top left, you can see Create. So we're going to go ahead and create one. Now remember, and I get this question a lot, currently right now, as this video comes out, only the platform that you play on will be able to sign up for custom comps. The exception being the Xbox and Windows users. Obviously, they are using the same platform. But that being said, you can either choose a template for a comp, like right here, or you could practice that comp and set the time length for that. Or what I do a lot is for tournaments and or league, like we're doing right here, I will actually go to advance and then I will manually pick. So we are going to set this up for this week. So this league will have actually played out by the time you see this video. But last week we did Blue Crab. So maybe we'll do, will be a good one. Maybe we'll do Amazon. Yeah, we'll do Amazon. And we're going to do the format so you can do just normal, where it's just everybody. You can do a duel versus people. You can see it, and it'll be max players. You can only do 2, or you can do a team version. We're just going to do our classic format, where it's everybody against everybody. You can make this private and have a password on it. I don't do that. I leave mine open so everybody can do it. But if you want to, that's what you can do. You can change the entry fees. A lot of times you'll see I'll put this up quite a bit, and a lot of times I'll try to max it out. But for the sake of this video, we're not going to be able to. An initial prize pool. And this will vary a lot on your lake too, by the way. So once you get it in, Amazon, you can normally put a bigger prize pool up for than what you can at, for example, Texas. So, but make sure that if you're not max level, your levels are all correct. You know, what levels you're trying to get in, and then the player amount that you want. So you can make it a 15-minute. You can change the duration. So for me, I'm going to 45 minutes. And you can make it a manual start where that you put it up and you can just make it go whenever you want to decide to start it. There'll be a button for that. However, we're going to do a scheduled start so I can show that case that. And we are going to be doing May 17th because that is our Friday league. And we're going to set it up for 1 p.m. my time. So that's what the normal league time is. And we're going to set the weather. Now, this is big, so you can refresh. If you see in the bottom middle, whatever button it is on your console, you can change the weather. And why is that important? Well, if you're practicing tournaments or even some comps that you want to do without the template, you get the exact temperature and time of the start where you want it. So, for example, let's just do, for this one, we'll do 1 p.m. on this day. Looks like it could be good fishing. And then we'll choose the fish. In fact, for this one, I think I'm going to leave it all, to be honest with you. And I think we might do an interesting one. But you can select each type. And remember, trophies, youngs, and uniques are each in their category. So if you want all bull sharks, you got to select all the bull sharks. Not just one bull shark. You have to catch the unique, the young, the trophy, or the young, the common, and the trophy. So make sure you have that selected right. In scoring, you can do catch or keep. You can make it so they can only catch from shore, that counts, or boats. For us, we're just going to have it as all. Just because they may catch a lot of fish and it might be bigger than their keep net, so that's why we're going to have it as catch. And our rule set for this one is you have a bunch of different rule sets. You do total fish count. There's just a lot of different options here. A lot of them are self-explanatory. They'll have a description, so on the right-hand side you can see that. We are actually going to do total number of fish types. So that's trying to get as many different fish types as possible. That's why we left all the fish available. And then tackle types, it allows what type of tackle you want. So if you want it to only be, for example, if you only want it to be float poles or float baits, you just click the float ones. Now, for ours, this league that we are doing is rigs. So we're going to collect the rigs and the offset hooks and soft baits. And then down here, you can select what equipment can be allowed in the comp. So we're going to allow everything but a rod stand, because a rod stand will just confuse people and make them think they can use bait poles. So, and then now this part you guys don't have to deal with, but if this is for people learning how to do sponsored comps, if you have emailed Fishing Planet and you want to do sponsor comps and they approve it, they'll give you a bait coin reward like I do, and there'll be different tiers of it. So I currently have the top tier. So if you win my sponsor comp, you get 100 bait coins, second gets 50, and third gets 20. So this part you would just normally create, but because I have the sponsor part, I figure I would show that as well for people that do have that and are learning how to do that as well. We're going to click that. That's going to allow us to name it. And you'll see too, we're going to name this just Soopa-Dave Gaming League Week 8, because this is our 8th week. And then over here now, instead of saying create, on the bottom right corner, it says send for review. So normally you can just create it, it's instantly up. But for us, for anybody that does the sponsorship ones, we have to send it for review. And you gotta, we want to create, and we're gonna send in just a comment saying it's League Week 8. And that will allow them to let you know, hey, it's good. And then for me, for a normal comp, it'll be up instantly. But for this one, we're going to have to wait till it gets reviewed to make sure it is in the appropriate competition, which they are very good about. I have never had an issue with it. And sometimes when you're doing, like I said, if you're doing a sponsored comp, sometimes it'll be instantly when they approve it. Sometimes it'll be about a few hours. It's normally pretty good. You'll see it's in review here, but normally you'll see it up here or on the day that it is. So ours is going to be Friday, and you can see there is ours. And when it says approved, it'll have a blue approved where it says in review. But like I said, that's only for sponsored comps. If you just create a normal one, it'll be up instantly. And in order to start a comp manually, you do have to have 2 people in it. So you will have to have a friend sign up if it's a practice that you just want to do. Anyway, hopefully this helps you out, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one, folks.